Alright, Elite Code 3 here. Today's video is going to focus on Brees 2001 PSA cards. These are all cards in my PSA set registry, so the rookie and the master set. I'm not sure where I'm ranked on there, but I'm sure you guys have a lot of these too. So this is kind of just a tribute video, kind of taking a look back at some of these 2001 sets. Brees just broke the yard record, the completion record, and threw his 500th touchdown. So let's just touch base with some of these cards. So starting off with this one. This is the Topps Heritage. So this is kind of designed after the 1956 Topps set. So it is numbered to 1956 on the back there. Nice looking card. This is like the only year that Topps did Topps Heritage, I think, for modern football cards. I could be wrong on that, but I can't recall other Topps Heritage sets. Here's the Elite set. This is in like a basic graded card sleeve. It just looks so much better in the perfect fits. It's crazy. Just looks kind of sloppy in here. But this Elite is out of 500. It's got a great look to it. Nice shine going on. I always loved the photography with this one. UD Legends, and this one's out of 750. Just kind of a it's almost like he's throwing it, like jumping to the side and trying to throw. It's a neat photo though. It's out of 750. Very condition sensitive set with this dark navy border. It often comes chipped up pretty bad, so a 10 this is pretty good. Here's the Upper Deck MVP. This is kind of like your basic sets. I'd put like UD Vintage, Topps, Victory, MVP, kind of all in the same tier. Kind of the lowest end Brees rookies you can find, but still great cards if you want to add one to your PC. So here's a 10 of the Upper Deck MVP. We've got Fleer Authority. This is out of 1350. Fleer made some nice stuff back in the day, in my opinion. So there's the back of this one. This one features all kind of white borders and the edges, so it's not the toughest slab. And then here's another Fleer card. This is Fleer Legacy, so this is a nice one too. This one's out of 999, and there is also an Ultimate Legacy, and that one's out of 250. So this is kind of like the base version. Still really nice though. Next up we have Fleer EX, and this is Essentials Credentials Future. I just call it blue. It's kind of like the blue parallel. It's really a badass card. I can't remember if I bought this slabbed already, if I bought it raw. I think I bought it raw. So it's out of 29. That's just a crazy low print run for a card from 2001. It's mint 9. So I really like 2001 sets. I think cards were just starting to come into their own, and I don't think there was too much, if that makes sense, like too many jersey autos like there is now. So here is UD graded, and this is out of 500. So it's got like a sticker window going on here, but it's still a neat card. That's a PSA 10 on that one. Definitely not the toughest set. Here's the same set, different card. We've got the jersey. This one's also to 500. And this is a mint 9. This is in the lighthouse holder too. Fleer Game Time. I'm not really a huge fan of this set. They did one for baseball called Gamers, but this Game Time's out of 2001. I just don't think the photo's that cool, and the set design's not the best either. So that one's a 10. This is a really tough set to slab. This is the 2001, but this is the Star Ruby. So these are all red. So these will just get chipped up really easily. There's often centering issues too. That's the SR right there, standing for Star Ruby, and it's out of 125. Beautiful card though. Nice little parallel version of the base from Premium. Upper Deck graded. This is the portrait. So it's just kind of standing there, and there's also one that's action, and I think he's just throwing or something. I don't think I have that one slabbed to show you guys. So this one's also 500. We've got the Upper Deck Vintage. I was talking about this one before. Let's do a couple of these. So here's the Upper Deck Vintage. Not the toughest to slab. It often comes off center, so, and then right here on the top you can have a little white, but for the most part it's kind of got the cardstock of like Topps Heritage, if that makes sense. And here's the basic Topps. This card's hitting 250 now or so, so it's really jumped up. For a while it was just sitting at about $50, but it's just really jumped in value lately. So this is just the base Topps. PSA 10 on that one. This is a pretty tough set too. Quantum Leaf School. I think this card dropped like in the summer of 2001. It was one of the earlier sets from this year. It's got the college uniform on. It's got kind of a nice shine going on. They also made 2000 Quantum Leaf, and I think that's the only 2 years that they did it. But this one's a 10. We got Top Tier. I always thought this set was pretty neat. This left border is what you got to watch out for. It just comes chipped and chipping here and on the corners and etc. It's numbered to 1500. It's a nice one. We got Focus. Now Focus this is not the most expensive set, but it's still a neat little photo. 1850 on this one, and there's also a parallel of this one. It's like a blue parallel to 309. I just know that because I've gotten a bunch of the Tomlinsons. So mint 9 on that one. Very condition sensitive set here. I bet this has a pop less than 5, but SP game used. This is a 10. That one's out of 500. Great looking card though, for sure. This is the winning materials, and this is the tier. I think there's different tiers. Yeah. See how it says WMDB2? I think the 2 is the rarest of these because it's the 250. And it's got a navy and a white. It's a great looking card. And a mint 9 is actually pretty damn good. We've got the SPX blue. So there's a gold and a blue. So this is the blue. Great looking card. That's 250. And we have the Future Watch, which is to 800. Now, if this card was like the Vic, and I think Freddie Mitchell has one too, where it's out of 250 and it's signed on it, it'd be a huge card. It's still a pretty big card, but it's out of 800. It's not signed, so it doesn't have the doesn't hold quite the value that I think it would if it was made a little bit differently. But it's still a really cool card. And then here's the SP Authentic Gold. So this is the Future Watch Gold to 100, and this is a huge card too. And I think I got this slabbed about a year ago. Well, it was probably right before they switched the labels. Now we have a third SP Authentic card, is the Sign of the Times, and they also make a Sign of the Times Gold, I believe, to 25. So here's the Sign of the Times base one. These really aren't the toughest to slab. I mean, sets that are all white like this, it just takes out a lot of the things that can hurt you, like chipping and stuff. I mean, you can't really have chipping on these. You can have dents and dings and stuff, but chipping's really kind of not in the equation anymore. So that's a 10 on that one. We've got this one's really cool. It's got the Future Swatch Fleer Genuine to 1000, and this is a very condition sensitive set right here. This border right here just chips so easily. I have a lot of these copies raw that are like 7s and 8s that I don't send in. That's why I know about these sets so well. We got Showcase. This is the base Showcase to 500. There is a Legacy. I might have left that one at home, but it looks exactly the same. I think the lettering's silver and it's to 50 instead of 500. It's really cool. It just looks like a canvas basically. We got the Ultra Gold. This is filthy. The old gold medallion, kind of like a die cut look. This is out of 100 and it's a mint 9. So that's just filth. And then the base Ultra is probably the toughest set out of all the cards I'm going to show you in this video. It always chips right here on this top edge. So if you get a 10 on this, it's really, really rare. $24.99, so a higher print run, but nonetheless a neat card of Brees. We've got a couple rookies and stars. We've got the auto, and this has a print to 230. It's not numbered on the card, but it does have a print to 230. That's what they stated. And then the this one has the exact same photo, and also a mint 9. This is the base version. There is a kind of like a variation or a different photo where he's holding a baseball bat. Here's Pacific. It's actually a really cool card. It's also very condition sensitive on this blue edge. If you do happen to see these raw, you almost always see white chipping right there. But this one's out of 1,000. It is on card. A lot of these cards are on card, which is very neat. So the Brees Pacific. We've got the EX. We saw the parallel one. This is the base to 1,000. That's a mint 9 on that one. Bowman. Now this is a superimposed image. So they kind of took his college uniform and painted on the pro stuff there. This is a mint 9 too. And the auto is on card. And the next card is also on card auto. Bowman's best auto. This one's not numbered. But it's a great looking card. And I don't know if the image is superimposed on it too. It looks pretty good, but I think it still might be. But it doesn't look bad. Bowman's best has got a really cool shine going on there. This one's out of $14.99. That's a PSA 10. We've got the Elite Aspirations to 85. This is a really cool one. I think I just got this one slabbed not too long ago. You can have problems because it's a die cut. It can just be pushed in on these little windows or whatever. So an 8's not terrible on this one. A little chipping on that top edge. Still a great card though. Pros and Prospects is cool. Classic looking set here. I think this card is undervalued when the I think the Brady goes for like 500 raw, and you can get this for like 60 bucks. So that's a great buy. It's out of 1,000, just like the Brady. So great looking card. We got the Upper Deck Victory. Basic. Basic rookie card right there. And we've got a couple of the Upper Decks. We'll start with the gold, which is a 250, and it's got it's numbered right there. The difference between the gold and the base is the lettering, and of course it's numbered. This is gold instead of silver, but it's got the same photo. So we'll take a look at the base one right now. Here's the base. Exactly the same, just different lettering. Great looking card though. Vanguard. Now this is one of the tougher sets. They the way the card stack was made, they just come scratched up on the front and back. So a PSA 9 is actually really good in this set. And that's out of 450. This is like the base one. There's different parallels and stuff. I almost said Pro Debut, but Topps Debut. Love this set. $4.99. It features a nice on card. That's not the boldest best auto, but it's not terrible. So PSA 10 is kind of the focus of this card is kind of the condition as opposed to the auto. But this red is often chipped up if you ever buy one raw. And this top edge. We've got the Finest, and that's a PSA 10. Great shine going on there. That's out of 1,000 there on the back, right, numbered right there. We've got the UD Game Gear. This is one of the tougher sets too. This top edge, this whole area right here is just often nicked up, and then the back can chip very easily. You see that white on the left corner. And this is actually a cleaner copy than some of the raw ones I have. So an 8's good on this. We've got the Upper Deck Game Gear base. This is to 500. This is also pretty tough with the red, and that's a 10. So this is the only 10 of this that I have. I think I sent this in myself. We've got Topps. Topps is in the college uniform. It's actually a neat looking card here. It's an 8, so not the highest grade, but it still looks nice slab there. Then we'll go with this one. We got the SPX Gold in the 10. This is a really badass card in this higher grade. That's also the 250. And I don't have the Topps Chrome Black, but I am getting it in. I found a PSA 9 in that one, but I've got a ton of these from back in the day. I used to pick these up about 10 years ago for about 20 bucks a pop, these Topps Chrome refractors. They were 20, 30 bucks for years and years. So this one's out of $9.99. I know this card shot up tremendously. It's a really neat. I always thought it was a neat card though, even back in the day. So this is a 9. If the one thing I think about this is it's off center. That's why it's not a 10. I don't have a 10 in this. It's very, very tough. It's got a low pop. So the Topps Chrome refractor in a 9, and then this is the Contenders in a 10. So this is an absolute monster. And don't know what else I can say about it. You know, this card sat at about 2,000 to 3,000 for a long time, and now something in the summer happened and it shot up a lot. I know there was a sale of a Brady Contenders for 10 and for like 90,000, so that might have helped it push up. But it's a great card. Don't really need to say much about it. So the Contenders. And it's funny how they put Contender on the label. I think they ran out of room. And then this is one that I was going to show you this specific auto in a 10. I want to show you how bad these autos can fade. You can barely see the auto on this one. It's a PSA 10 because they're not grading the auto, just the condition. So there's your 2001 Brees Registry cards. That's it. Later. I'm out.